I'm not taking interview Lloyd Kaufman.
Some of you are this. That's cool.
I'm very much against the fact that the game is fixed. That if you want to make a lot of money in the movie business, you must go to California or one of the international giants and work your way up and feed off the teat of that giant. And if you want the Oscar and you want the limousines and the cocaine and the hookers and who doesn't, go west and go to Hollywood and do whatever is necessary to get there and be able to make those kinds of movies where you will get $2 or $3 million for being a truck driver or whatever, you know, whatever. It's disgusting. On the other hand, a small percentage of those people are the best people in the world. Trey Parker and Matt Stone, they make mainstream content, as you call it, and they're the best people. There's nobody better than they. James Gunn, who wrote Romeo and Juliet, is about to direct a $100 million movie. He's a wonderful, decent person. He's been able to manipulate the system and navigate the corridors of power and make good movies. He's been making very good movies and getting what he wants and not having to be a disgusting person. He's a great person. Eli Roth is a great person. I mean, Jon Voight is an Oscar winner who is totally idealistic, who's totally uncompromising and generous and decent. So, I mean, you can't write it all off. Return to Nukem High, which is Volume 1 and Volume 2. Both volumes should come in, certainly no more than 800,000.
I remember, like, in the late 90s, like, the sort of middle-sized budgets, right? These, like, let's say $1 million to $10 million films, like, there seemed to be more of them. And this guy I talked to said, "Oh, we got $2 million to make," or no, it was $4 million. We got $4 million to make a sci-fi film. And I had a sinking feeling because I was thinking, well, there's no fucking way you're going to make your budget back on.
When was this?
This was like last month.
Oh shit! No, there's no way.
There's no way he's going to make it back on home video. And I was thinking, well, it's way too small to go large theatrical anyway, right? I don't know. I mean,
you could hit the jackpot. In other words, I think probably what worked in the 80s, where there were lots of $2 million to $10 million movies, because you had this big home video market worldwide that still was fairly hungry, and not under the thumb of a small number of companies and governments. You could turn a profit, but I don't think you can today. And I think you must, if you're going to spend anywhere above $2 million. There's just no way to make it back unless you ally with a vassal of the majors, you know, Harvey Weinstein or the Fox Searchlight or one of those things. Although it's unfair to say Weinstein's a vassal of the majors. He's his own man. I take that back. But although he is clearly in league with them because he's working with Columbia Pictures, which is owned by Sony, which is, who knows, owns them. So, you know, the point is, if you make a $2 million movie today, you've got to get some giant entity to bring it out, and most likely they won't.
Yeah, because I mean, I was looking at there's an article I think it was on CNN just about some of the deals being made at Sundance, and I think 10 out of the 12 were large budget films with A-list stars in them. And
well, we started the Tromedance Film Festival 14 years ago because we were appalled when Trey Parker, Matt Stone, and I went to Sundance with Cannibal the Musical. We were just appalled at how Sundance seemed to hate truly independent movies, and that the movies they were showing were movies that were going to be in movie theaters 2 weeks later. So what kind of a festival is that? So we started Tromedance, which had no entry fee. You could see the movies for free and no VIP policy, and we put it on during Sundance for 10 years in Park City, Utah, the same time and same place as the Sundance Festival, as sort of a poke in the eye to the Sundance Festival. And perhaps because of us, and I think there were other critics, but I do believe Sundance has cleaned up its act a bit and does have more true independent movies. From what I read, none of the movies get distribution, or a tiny percentage of movies will get distribution, and I don't think those movies are getting their budget back. It sounds to me like most of them are happy just to have enough money to pay off a few bills, and then that'll be the end of those. And the proof is that where are the independent movie companies that are more than 5 years old?
Yeah.
They don't exist. Troma's the only movie studio that's been around for 40 years. Where are the other ones? And it's not because the independents are making bad movies. It's because they are not permitted to penetrate the hymen of the mainstream. They can't get to the public. And when they do penetrate the hymen of the film industry, the independent movie producer is the one who gets fucked.
I also see a lot of, like, you know, someone will get like a $2 million budget, knowing full well that he's never going to get his money back to the investor. He'll take a large payment up front to direct, and then that's how he'll keep going.
Well, I don't think there are too many. I don't think there are too many people who are able to con investors more than once or twice.
Is that why they're less than 5 years?
Well, no, I don't think that it's that. I think that they're less than 5 years because the movie industry is a cartel. It's a game owned by a few people, and no matter how good your movie is, Troma could make Gone with the Wind, and we couldn't get it to the public. Trey Parker and Matt Stone's Cannibal the Musical probably sold 500,000 home video units, has never been on American TV. How about Citizen Toxie, the fourth Toxic Avenger movie and the best one? Yeah. Never been on any, not even shitty Skinamax. Never been on any form of American TV. Yet has sold more than Cannibal the Musical. Probably 500,000 or 600,000 different video cassettes, DVDs, online thing, whatever. You know. And the Toxic Avengers is part of the American lexicon. The first three were heavily distributed and were on all media. But as the vice closed, as the rules that prevent the monopoly was done away with, Citizen Toxie, the best one and the most expensive one, and the best reviewed by New York Times and others, has been on no small screen in America.